Hey, good morning, and thank you for joining me this morning. It's been one of those interesting mornings where things didn't go exactly the way we had planned them, but that doesn't stop us. In fact, it gives me more information to share as we talk about our message for today, as we continue to look into John Maxwell's book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. Loaf, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about bread, or loafing is not one of those things that we want to talk about today. But we're going to talk about John's book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And today's lesson comes from chapter 10, The Law of the Rubber Band. So, the Law of the Rubber Band is absolutely one of my favorite chapters in the book. It's about stretching. It's about taking ourselves to the next level. It's about not settling. It's about doing the things we need to grow. You know, the rubber band is absolutely useless until you stretch it. You know, I had a big old rubber band that I had wrapped around a bunch of books, and I could carry those books around and not worrying about them to come apart. Well, that was a pretty big rubber band, but the rubber bands that I typically use, I've wrapped one around my wrist to remind me that I should be stretching myself every day. And so, as we think about stretching, before I say anything else, let me just stop here for a moment. You know, this has been a real difficult time for all of us. And I know some of you right now are probably not interested, or you just can't find yourself the energy or whatever it is to think about personal growth or personal development. But I will tell you right now, there is no better time for us to grow ourselves. You know, growth really happens when we have to face challenges. It gives us an opportunity to take steps and do things that move us out of our comfort zone. It forces us to do things that we're not accustomed to doing. You know, I've been through this a couple times. In fact, in 2008, uh, very similar time. The difference was we didn't have a virus that we were focusing on, but we did have the downturn in the economy where people lost their jobs, where businesses closed, where uh, people were concerned about where their next paycheck was going to come from. In fact, I had to let a lot of people go. I it was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire working career, was to tell someone that they didn't have a job. And it's very difficult. But I know that we're going to get through this. And I know that at the end, we will be better if we will do some things along that journey. And one of them is if we stretch ourselves every day. And stretching is very simple. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of work. Stretching is simply listening to other thought leaders, reading books, watching YouTube videos on self-help, uh, on leadership, on anything that has to do with becoming your best version. There are a trillion podcasts out there that you can listen to help you get inspired and motivated. Of course, we know that that is not going to get you to where you need to go. Where you need to go comes from you. It starts with you. And you have two choices right now. You can sit back and you can be uh, all down in the dumps and worry and concern, or you can do things to take yourself to the next level, to get you out of this rut that we're in. And when it does end, that you are prepared to move forward, to be able to jump start from wherever you are when we do get through this. And let's pray that it'll be sooner than later. But in the meantime, we have the opportunity to grow ourselves. We're doing things differently. I mean, look at me. I'm sitting at home. I'm sitting at a desk, a makeshift studio, you might say, going live on Facebook and Zoom and YouTube, teaching my classes because I can't go into businesses right now and teach and train and help their leaders become better leaders. I have to do it through another method. And this is my method. It's new to me. Well, not really. I've been doing it for a little while, but I'm getting more accustomed to it. Looking at a camera instead of looking at people. You know, one of the things that gives me energy and one of the things that stretches me is when I'm actually looking at people and I can see into their eyes. And when I can see into their eyes, I can see into their hearts. And I know where they're coming from when they're talking to me. And my best methods of training are when I have others that I'm interacting with. For me to stand here or sit here and pontificate or to elaborate on words is not my best method. I like to engage with people and help them on their journey. And that's why I'm here. I want to help you on your journey. I want to help you become your best version. To stretch yourself from where you are today to wherever it is you need to be. And here's some things I know about stretching. That not everybody wants to stretch. And you know why? It's because it requires effort and work and time. It requires you to do things that you're not accustomed to doing. It requires you to get out of your comfort zone. It requires you to take some time to focus and reflect and grow and learn new information. I do it every day. I've got a stack of books right here. I mean, this is what I am working on right now. I have a stack of books here that really are my focal points right now. They're the things that I'm using to stretch me during this time, gaining information that I can share with you to help you on your journey. Yeah, right now I'm teaching out of, or I'm sharing information out of John Maxwell's 15 Invaluable Laws, but there are so many other things that I'm working on to help you, to stretch me. You see, I'm not one of those who is going to settle for the status quo. And right now, that would be an easy thing for us to do. And when you do settle, I can promise you, the only thing that does is lead us to destruction. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. And if you're living in the comfort zone or the status quo zone, here's what you probably do in the mornings. You may be working from home, but if you are, and you're sitting in the status quo zone or the comfort zone, you probably show up to work in your pajamas. Well, I will tell you that if you do that, you might do it for the morning, and then the next thing you know, you're going to be doing it in the afternoon, and before long, you'll stay in your pajamas the whole day. And if you stay in your pajamas the whole day, your productivity and your activity level will decrease exponentially. We need to get out of that mindset. You need to stretch yourself, get up, get dressed, just like you're going into the office every day. And yes, I have on pants and I have on a shirt. I took a shower, I combed my hair, I brushed my teeth, and I am ready for the day. But I'm not settling for the status quo, which I could very easily do. I could just sit here with a shirt on and have my hair combed, brush my teeth, and you would never know the difference. But that's not where we need to be. We need to take it to the next level. Another important thing that I know about stretching. Stretching always starts on the inside. It starts from the heart. And you've got to have the heart and desire to want to go and become better. To go from where you are right now to where you dream about being in the future. Yeah, we could, like I said, we could settle and stay right here. But that's not what you want to do. That's not where you want to be. It starts from the inside, and we have to have that desire, that purpose, and not lose focus on why we are here. In our only thing in life that we want to absolutely make sure we do is become our best version. And if we become our best version, It's going to require us working on the inside so that we are better on the outside, so that we can take the talents and the gifts that we have and we can use them when we get through this, that you will use this as a springboard to take you to the next level, to get back to where we need to be. It's not going to last forever. Will things be different? Absolutely. But we still need to be focused on being better at what we do and who we are. If you do that, I guarantee you that it's going to set you apart from everybody else. It's going to set you apart from those around you. Because I said in the very beginning, few people want to grow. Few people want to stretch. Most people settle and want to live in the comfort zone. That's not you. You're not that person, because you matter. And because you matter, you want to take it to the next level so that you can add value to others and help them matter too. That's what it's all about, peeps. That's what it's all about. Is we're here to grow ourselves so that we can add value to others. And if we will start stretching today, we can make it a lifelong journey of stretching. You know, one of my favorite sayings is this is not what you do in a day, it's what you do every day. And so if you take time to invest in yourself and become your best version today, then you can do the same thing tomorrow. I got to flip my page there. And the last thing I want to share is, you know, if we stretch, if we do the things that we need to do, if we continue to increase the tension in that rubber band and stretch it a little bit further, we can become not just successful, but we can become significance. We can become significant. And so what's the difference between successful and significant? It's very simple. Success is about what you become and what you do and how you get there. Significance is about how you add value to others and help others become successful. Now, I challenge you. Yeah, these times are hard. They're difficult. But I promise you, you've got information that other people need to hear about. You've got information that other people need to be able to hear so that they can use it to take them to the next level. All of us know more than one of us. And when we are collectively thinking, we're putting our heads together, we can come up with better solutions and better ways to do things. But we can't do that if we don't stretch ourselves every day. So I challenge you, find an area in your life that you need to stretch in. Find 2 areas in your life that you need to stretch in. And start today and move forward a little bit each day. Remember what I said. It's not what you do in one day, but it's what you do every day. It's like if you show up in your pajamas every day, what's that going to do for you? But if you show up ready, prepared, dressed to meet the day, what's that going to do for you? Say, I know these are tough times and you and I are experiencing them together. We all have our own pain points that we have to deal with. But we are going to get through this. And when we do, we're going to celebrate. Not on some Zoom, but we're going to celebrate this victory out in the communities. And we're going to share great things with people that we encounter about how we've grown and how much we've become and what we've become during this time. Well, I hope this message had some value for you. The one good thing about it for me is that I know that my preparation and my delivering these messages, man, it really makes my brain get excited and lights up. It also helps me recognize the things that I need to do for myself to make sure that I am moving forward, to make sure that I am stretching myself every day as well. There's one last thing I want to share with you. And I don't know if this is of interest. I don't know if this will be of interest to you, but it's something I'm going to be offering to those of you who have the desire to stretch and grow. I have an opportunity to share some information that I've been allowed to uh, read and invest some time in listening about leading through crisis. And while it's not a teaching process, it's more of a mastermind group discussion process. I'd love to invite you and have you join me on that Zoom. I'll be posting information in the next day or two about how you can do that. I think it will be worthwhile for you. It will certainly be worthwhile for me to be able to share it with you and to help you. As leaders, we need to step forward and help our fellow man and women get through this and come out on the other side in a positive way. Hey, blessings to you. Stay safe. Stay inside. And remember, we are going to get through this. Have a great day.